So we continue. Yes, this is Mark 3. And we shall repeat. Hello. Yes, hello, Craig. Yes. Ve'en yam ela Torah, and there is no sea or there is no ocean but Torah, shene'emar, that it has been said, Job 11:9, urechava miniyam, meaning the Torah is broader, vaster, greater than the sea, than the ocean. Mai umale birkat Hashem, what is it? And it is fulfilled or filled with the blessing of being. אלא כל מה שנאמר בית הוא לשון ברכה. But every place or space that it says bet, this is the language or the tongue of blessing. Yes, do we understand why the Torah opens in bet? Because this is the tongue of blessing. Lashon bracha, tongue of blessing. Yes. Questions so far? Genesis Reshit. Ve'en Reshit, Reshit is beginning, from Rosh, beginning. Ve'en Reshit, and there is no Reshit, Ela Chochma, but wisdom. Shene'emar, that it says, Psalms 111:10. Reshit Chochma Yirat Hashem. The beginning of wisdom is not fearing, but I would say seeing the being. Because usually they translate Yir'ah as fear. Yes? The beginning of wisdom is the fearing of the Lord. Yes? Usually this is how the verse is being translated. But more accurate, it would be Reshit Chochmah, the beginning of wisdom is see the being. From the beginning, do we understand that? Would you like to read the verse? Psalms 111, verse 10. Again, Reshit Chochmah, the beginning of wisdom, Yirat Hashem. Ela bracha, and there is no wisdom but blessing. Shene'emar, that it says, Vayevarech Elohim et Shlomo, and God that says that this is not an accurate verse, Vayevarech, and he blessed, but there is a verse that says Baruch Shlomo, it is, or Solomon is blessed. Uchti, Ends 1:5-20. Gave wisdom to Solomon. And wisdom, as the text says, is blessing. So if the being gave him wisdom, he also gave blessing. And the blessing, you can ask a question that you like. Mashal Melech, now he will explain the verse, and the being gave wisdom to Solomon. Solomon is a king. Now he will explain this verse from King 1. Mashal. Mashal. Mashal המלך שהשיא את ביתו לבנו. טוב, this is interesting proverb. Let's look into it. This is that married his daughter to his son and gave her to him in a wedding. And told, this is a parable. Now the parable stops and there's a continuation. ומאי דהי ברכה לכו דכתיב, this is Aramaic, but I continue. Isaiah 45:23, כי לי תכרע כל ברך. Isaiah, כי לי של באו. באו תכרע ברך ni. Berech, ni, in English, berech are the three letters from bracha. מקום שכל ברך going to what this is resemble or parallel to. A place when everybody is kneeling, to what this is parallel. למבקשים ביתו. Now he gives a parable or a parallel picture. What is this place that everybody is kneeling? And he says, to those who are in to see the face of the king, or the inner of the king, ואינם יודעים אנה ביתו, and they don't know where, yes, where the king's house, or where is the king's palace, or where is the king's home. שואלים, they ask, אנה בית המלך? תחילה. First, where is the house, the home of a king? Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. So, asking, Ana Bet HaMelech, where is the house of the king? In the beginning, תחילה. ואחר כך שואלים, Ana HaMelech, where is the king? So those who are looking for the king, basically they're asking two questions. And this is a parable to the place that everybody is kneeling. Berech. Berech starts with bet, duality. This is a parable to those who are asking to see the face of the king. First, they ask, where is the king's house? Or where is the king's palace? And then they are at the palace, they ask, where is the king? So they ask twice. Yes, this is a parable to say what is the place that everybody is kneeling. לפיכך, accordingly, כי לי תכרע כל ברך. After he brought this parable, he returns to Isaiah, the source of the verse, כי לי תכרע כל ברך. because for me, yes, every knee shall bow, ואפילו עליונים, and even the higher or the upper, תשבע כל לשון. Every tongue will swear. We continue. Mark 5, סימן ה'. ישב רבי רחומי ודרש. Rabbi Rachumai sat and taught. Rachumai comes from Rachamim, mercy. So, ישב Rabbi Rachumai ודרש. Rabbi Rachumai was sitting and teaching. מהי דכתיב? What is it that it is written? Deuteronomy 33:23. ומלא ברכת השם, ים ודרום ירשע. Now he asks, or he is teaching the same verse we have read before. What does it mean in Deuteronomy 33:23? ומלא ברכת השם, and the blessing of the being is fulfilled or filled as the sea or as the ocean, ודרום ירשע, and the south will inherit it, or inherited, depends on how we read the Nikud. Good afternoon, Abigail. אלא בכל מקום בית מבורך הוא. But in every place or space that there is a bet, it is blessed. כי הוא המלא. Because who, yes, the space that holds the bet, it is the filled. Yes? הוא המלא. הוא המלא. שנאמר, that it has been said, ומלא ברכת השם, and fulfilled or filled the blessing of being. Everything which is fulfilled, it is blessing. Everything which is fulfilled, it is blessing. This is why we cannot what? Never have an empty table. You remember Fernando from the Zohar? Felipe? Yes, you cannot bless an empty table. Please find the relation. So, any questions so far? Because we're gonna return and read and reread until we shall get the vibe of the teaching or they're trying to tell us. Questions so far? Felipe, Fernando, Yanis, Abigail. Any questions? Shall we read again the text? So we're reading again. Yes, the Mark 3. Yes, Fernando is writing. That's, I like to get the feedback from you. It helps a lot. Where you are at, it really helps. Yes, Fernando.
Hello, Eti.
Hello.
I was just, it has many layers and it has many ideas in one paragraph, I think. The first things is that it seems that the text makes a reference to the tree of life, maybe because of Chokhmah. The book of Zohar many times quote this idea that the about the Reshit in the beginning is wisdom, right? And here
Yes.
we have again in the ancient text. So it is referring that what in the beginning, let's say, everything that comes from this Sefirot, this Sefirat, that is Chokhmah, that is wisdom. So it put us in a place that, if everything comes from Chokhmah, so this is the beginning, right? Maybe we do not understand the creation, right? Because everything is fulfilled with Chokhmah, and then it makes a link with blessing as well. So everything is a blessing, and everything is
Yes, yes.
wisdom.
Everything
Is
is
that
all.
right?
Yes, 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 excellent. Everything is fulfilled. Yes, and is fulfilled with wisdom and with blessing. Everything is already is exist. Yes, everything is complete. Umale. Male is not just fulfilled, it's also complete in terms of shalem. He doesn't say here shalem from shalom, but he mentions Shlomo, the king. Yes. And Kaplan says that Malay, he looks at the value of Malay. He says it's 71 with the kollel, with the unicity is 72. It has a lot of meaning. Yes. Malay plus the kollel. Or we take Malay. Yes, this is very close to Elohim. Yes, very close to Elohim. So this is the feeling of the manifestation. Everything is already, this is the beauty of it, because everything is already is. There's nothing to achieve. They are just is all. So let's repeat it like a song, like a chanting, and see. We are reading at Mark 3. ומפני מה התחיל התורה בבית, and from what reason or a cause he started the Torah with bet, with the letter bet, כמה דאתחיל ברכה, like they start the word bracha, blessing. So the Torah starts with bet because the word blessing starts also with bet. ומנלן דהתורה נקראת ברכה. And from where do we know that the Torah is called blessing, bracha? שנאמר, that it has been said, Deuteronomy 33:23, ומלא ברכת השם ים. Yes, and the blessing of being is fulfilled as the sea or as the ocean. ודרום ירשה. And the south, yes, ירשה. And the south had inherited it. Yerasha. Please pay attention that Yerasha will inherit it. It depends on how the translation are working, but look at the 4 letters of Yerasha, inherited it. It's Shira. This is a poetry or, yes, Shira. Yes? Please pay attention. Yerasha, Yerasha, Vedarom Yerasha will inherit it. Has 4 letters, Yod, Resh, Shin, Hey, like the word Shira, poetry or song. Yes, the blessing of Naphtali who loves the sea. And Naphtali, yes, is the son of whom? Of whom? Of, yes, maid, Bilha, starts with Bet. Bilha, Bet. This is the blessing to Naphtali, son of Bilha. As righteousness, which word? Fernando? Same root. Which word do you mean? And there is no sea or there is no ocean. Yesharim. Yeah, Yesharim. Yes, Yesharim from Yashar. Excellent, from Yashar. Very good. Yes, Yerasha, Yerasha inherited. Yes. Oh, and Sarah. Yerasha, Yerasha, the book of Lutzato. Yes. So Yerasha, 4 letters, holds Yashar, Sefer Yashar if you want. Yes, it has Sarai, it has Shir, it has Sarah, it has Shira. Yes, many, many words are included in Yerash. En Yam Ela Torah. And there is no ocean or a sea but Torah shene'emar. The Torah here is not just the 5 books of Moses, it's the codex of life. Yes, life codex. Yes, life in its essence of Torah, and there is no sea or an ocean but Torah, shene'emar, Job 11:9, urechava mini yam, meaning the Torah is broader than the sea, because if we go to Job, we can see greater than the manifested sea or the ocean. Beautiful. Yes, very good. Very good, Felipe. Excellent. Now, Mai umale birkat Hashem. What does it mean? Umale birkat Hashem. And fulfill shene'emar bet, but in every place or space that it has been said bet, yes, hu leshon bracha. This is the ton of blessing. It's the question after Rachel died, where Jacob put or moved to live with. Do you remember? After Rachel died, as long Rachel was alive, he was in her tent all of the time. But and Bilhah grew Binyamin because Rachel gave birth to Binyamin, and she passed at the same moment he came out from the womb. And Bilhah was his foster mother. Bilhah was what comes to me never. Binyamin, again with Bet, while Rachel named the baby differently. Do you remember how Rachel named her son? What? Yes, Ben Oni. Yes, and left. Right is what is right? What is right? People say to do what is right, what we have faith in, the faith in the heart. So the son of, yes, the faith, the son of the heart. Yes. So, yes, Ben Oni, Rachel named the boy. Yes, son of my own power, the sense of self, my own powers. But his father named him Benjamin, the son of the right. What is the right? Yamin is right. What is right? Faith. And the faith is in the heart. Yes? The faith is inner. They say that the heart has two rooms. Yes? One is like the face, and the other one is the self of I know everything and I deserve everything. So his father named him Benjamin, son of faith. Also, Eretz Yisrael. Yes? Very, very interesting. So, we are returning. Ella, kol makom shene'emar bet, every space or place that it says bet, letter bet, hu leshon bracha. And we moved now to Bilha, because this is the blessing, yes, from Deuteronomy was given to Naphtali. And in his share, there's the Sea of Galilee, Yamat Naphtali, the sweet water lake. And his mother, we mentioned that his mother is Bilha with the bet. Yes, and after Rachel died, Jacob moves to Bilha's tent. Yes, and she is the foster mother of Binyamin. Ked Amrinan, as we said, Genesis 1:1, Bereshit, Ve'en Reshit, Reshit is beginning. Ve'en Reshit, and there is no beginning, but wisdom. Shene'emar, that it has been said. Tehillim Kof Yod Aleph Yod, Psalms 111:10. Reshit Chochma Yirat Hashem, the beginning of wisdom is seeing the being. The being also with bet, be, yes? But please pay attention. Reshit Chochma, usually the verse is translated, the beginning of wisdom is fearing the Lord. This is a translation, yes? Why is the translation is already sees the world from duality. The Torah is the being, yes? So, Reshit Chochma Yirat Hashem. The beginning of wisdom is seeing the being. The being, which is the background to everything which is happening. Without the background of being, nothing could have been manifested. Nothing could has been seen or sensed. So, the beginning of wisdom is seeing the being, not a fear of the Lord. Nobody will run after you with a stick. Yes? This is religion. We don't speak now about religion. It has nothing to do with religion. Religion is like much, much later addition in time. If you want to, how do you say, date religion, it's another series of conversations, but we don't speak about religion. Rashit Chochma Yirat Hashem. The beginning of wisdom is seeing the being. Ve'en Chochma ela bracha. And there is no wisdom but blessing. So, Rashit Chochma Yirat Hashem. The beginning of wisdom is seeing the being. But there is no wisdom but blessing. Shene'emar, Vayevarech Elohim et Shlomo, and God blessed Solomon. Now there is a footnote that says that this verse is not accurately quoted from the Bible. In the Bible it says Baruch Shlomo, blessed is Solomon. Yes, but still Baruch, blessed, blessing is the same word, same meaning. Uchtiv, and it is written, Melachim Aleph Hey Kavav, Kings 1, 5:26, Ve'Hashem Natan Chochma Lishlomo, and the being gave wisdom to Solomon. Now he explains what does it mean, this verse. Ve'Hashem Natan Chochma Lishlomo, and the being, the source, gave wisdom to Solomon. What does it mean? Now he will open to us a parable now. Listen to the parable because it's like antiquity. It goes, it's like a snail goes in those ways. Let's follow the parable. Mashal Melech. It's a parable or parallel, yes, to a story. Mashal Melech, parallel to a king. Shehisi et bito, that married his daughter, livno, to his son. Unetana lo bachatuna, and he gave his daughter to his son in a wedding. Ve'amar lo, and he told him, Aseh ba kirtzoncha, do with her as you please. Now, who would like to summarize the parable of the king in English? Can you say the parable in your words in English? There is a verse here that says, Ve'Hashem natan chochma lishlomo, and the being or the source gave wisdom to Solomon. Usually we read this in English, gave him a present or something, wisdom. And people continue to read the Bible, moving to the next verse. No, but here there is a stop. And they say don't take the verse like brush over it. Let's look what is stored inside the verse. What does it mean? And the being gave wisdom, feminine, chochma, feminine, bracha, feminine. Bracha and chokhmah are the same. Blessing and wisdom are the same, feminine in Hebrew. Now, according to this understanding, what does it mean that the being gave wisdom, chokhmah, lishlomo? Chokhmah, feminine, wisdom to Solomon, king, male, or male. And the parable says the following, Mashal lema hadavar domeh. To what this verse similar to or parallel to. And he says, Mashal lemelech, this is a parallel to a king that married his daughter, Shehisi et bito, livno, that married his daughter to his son. Unetanalo bachatuna, and he gave his daughter to his son in a wedding. Ve'amarlo, and he told his son, Aseba, do with it, kirtzoncha, as you please, as you wish. Now, who is the king in the parable? Now we speak about the parable, not about the verse. Who is the king in the parable? Who is the daughter? Who is the son? There is a triangle here. Yes, in the parable. Who is the king in the parable? Who is the son and who is the daughter? Who would like to answer this question? Now we speak only about the parable. It's a parable. The king here is the source. Yes? Heartless. Yeah, yeah. Not so much, not so much. Yes. The king in the parable, only the parable. The king is the source. Vehashem and the being. This is the king. Natan chokhmah lishlomo. I move to the verse to answer the parable. Natan chokhmah lishlomo gave what? Chokhmah. Chokhmah, wisdom, his daughter. Chokhmah is the daughter of the source, is the feminine. Vehashem Natan Chokhmah Lishlomo, and the being of the source gave wisdom to Solomon. So now the parable language, Vehashem being, this is the king, gave his daughter to his son. The daughter is wisdom. Yes, and the daughter, wisdom, feminine, is being given to Solomon. Solomon is also the son of the being. So the source has a son and a daughter. The daughter is wisdom. The son is Solomon. Yes, Felipe. Yes,
Really?
Felipe. Yes, hear you.
Sorry, it makes me think about Sarai, the name Sarai, which has this yod, and this yod was split into two hays to Abraham. So Chokhmah is related with yod. I can remember well. In the tree of life, we have yod for Chokhmah and hay for Binah. Just thought about this relation.
Thank you. Thank you, Felipe. Do we understand, Fernando, the parable, Yanis, Abigail? Vehashem Natan Chokhmah Lishlomo, and the being of the source gave wisdom to Solomon, and it comes as a parable. The being gave what? Chokhmah, feminine daughter, is like a king that gave his is called to his son. His son is Solomon. In a wedding. And he told Solomon in the day of wedding, because the being gave wisdom to Solomon, do with the bride, or do with the wisdom, whatever Solomon. In our times, yes, we see there's a subject object. Yes, two. Yes, now there are one. Do yes, male, his son, wisdom, Chokhmah, his daughter, and now do with wisdom whatever you wish. Or with a blessing, because Chokhmah is also blessing. Do you have more time to listen to the rest of Mark 4, or there are questions? Because we are reading and reciting. Reading and reciting, this is not reading a newspaper, yes, or a news. feed. Yes, this is not linear. Yes, the deliverance of wisdom is never linear. This is why they come with a verse and with a parable. Verse and parable and parallel story all the time, because it's impossible. Rashit, Chokhmah. Can we continue? Do you have some more, a few minutes more to recite? Lishana devaruchu. And what is it, the blessing of the holy blessed he, that it is written, Isaiah, Yeshayahu, Memhei, Gimel, for me every knee shall bow. מקום שכל ברך קורע, ברך, knee, again, ברך, knee in English, ברך, letter bet, blessing. And what does the berech do? Because for me every knee shall bow. מקום שכל ברך קורע, in every place or space that a knee is bowing, he explains. משל מה הדבר? Seeking to see the face of the king. ואינם יודעים אנה ביתו. And they don't know where he lives or where his house or his palace is. שואלים, they ask, אנה בית המלך? Where is the house of the king? תחילה, first, אנה המלך? Where is the king? לפיכך, accordingly, כי לי תכרע כל ברך, because every knee shall bow to me, ואפילו עליונים, and even the uppers, or the highers, תשבע כל לשון, will swear every tongue. This is Mark 4. Yes, we just read it. Do we understand? And as we discussed the word bracha, there's a scripture in Aramaic, so I'll make it short. We discussed bracha, blessing. But what is it berech? Yes, berech is a knee. So we discussed the word bracha with a feminine letter hey at the end. But we did not discuss the word, the root, berech, barech or berech, knee. And he mentions a verse from Isaiah which is saying, Ki li tichra kol berech. This is how the source is, because every knee shall bow for the source. Isaiah speaks on the behalf of the source. Ki li, meaning for me, the source, every knee shall bow. Makom, now he explained what does it mean. Makom shekol berech korea, every space or every place that a knee is bowing. Mashal lema davar dome. This is parallel to what? Now comes another, how do you say, parable. What is this place that everybody is bowing, and he says, למבקשים לראות את פני המלך. Those who are seeking to see the face of the king, ואינם יודעים אנה ביתו, and they don't know where his house is. שואלים, they ask, אנה בית המלך תחילה? First they ask, where is the house of the king? ואחר כך שואלים, now and afterwards they ask, אנה המלך, where is the king? In other words, they ask twice. First, where is the house of the king? And then, where is the king? So twice. They ask twice. Like the letter Bet, because the whole discussion is about Berech. Berech is a knee. And as Isaiah says, because for me every knee shall bow. And now he explains what does it mean to bow. It means basically to ask for two things. Once we bow or once we knee, it means we ask for two things. And in this parable, once we ask for the house of the king, and then once we found the house, we ask, where is the king? לפיכך, accordingly, כי לי תכרע כל ברך, because for me every knee shall bow. ואפילו עליונים, and even the upper, not the knee, which is the lower part, yes? Knee is lower part. ואפילו עליונים, and even the upper or the higher, תשבע כל לשון. And because he brings another quotation, and even the highest will swear in every tongue. In other words, everybody is submitting to the source. The knee, berech, and the tongue. Tongue also has a double function. Questions so far? Do you like to read from Ha-Bahir? Does it challenge you? Yes, how do you feel reading the book together by listening? It's very important just to listen, not to see the words, just to listen. It's not linear, it's not with a whiteboard. Yes. It's very ancient text. Yes. Thank you so much for participating and giving us feedback about the sound. Felipe, Abigail, Fernando, Yanis, wishing you a very good week and hope to see you here soon. And you can use the applications, read the articles, ask more questions if you wish. We are here for you. תודה, שלום ושבוע טוב.